Hi Craig, good to be here. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Now, I'd like to introduce yourself and situate people. I've come about 100 k's out of Melbourne, beautiful village of Loch.
Yeah.
Beautiful part of the world.
It is.
How long have you been here now?
We have lived here for now nearly 13 years.
Yes.
We moved here from Melbourne just for the reason for setting this place up. We opened our doors 11 years ago now. So it's been a few years, but it's been a hell of a ride in that time.
And you're still standing, you're still doing great.
It's still going, and still absolutely love it. And if anything, probably love it more because at the start, it's you don't know what's happening, but as you start slowly maturing into it, it really starts to become far more enjoyable. And you actually, once you start seeing product coming out that you did so many years ago.
Yes.
And see how well it can come out, that really makes it all worthwhile. Makes the sleepless nights worrying at the start worthwhile.
Yeah, there's no pleasure without some passion and pain in the meantime. So who's involved with Loch? Tell us about your team.
Look, very small team. It's really myself and Mel, my wife.
Yes.
We started this from a dream over nearly 23 years ago. Had a thought of maybe a wild thought of making whiskey one day, and we've got just a small team of locals that help us out, we keep it nice and small and
focused and
compact, and it works really well, and it means that really Mel and I are across everything in the business, from top to bottom. If anything gets missed, it's our fault, but it also means we're across every part of production and selling the whole lot.
ensure the quality of it.
Which is great.
So tell us about your range now. You started with gin, now that's how I first met you.
We actually started with whiskey,
Right.
making whiskey, started making and released beers were the first things we actually released to
Oh,
the
I didn't
market.
realise that.
Yeah,
Silly me, yeah.
Gin actually, I think we were about maybe the 15th, 16th distillery in the country.
Yes.
Everyone was coming in saying, "What have you got?" And we said, "Here's the beers." And, we've tried that. Well, can we try your whiskey? No, it's aging. It's going to be a few years before you can have that. So we thought, right, well, we better make a gin. And back then, it was very, very early on. I think we were, from memory, maybe the 20th gin in the market.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fairly early.
Yeah. But 2015, 2014, 2015, thereabouts.
It would have come out late 2014, I think it would have been.
Yep.
And it was really done just so people could actually see what we could actually produce as distillers, because they could see what the beers we were making and try that. Couldn't try the whiskey, so we thought, right, well, here's a gin. From there, it sort of, it changed everything, because obviously once you start making a gin, you start to really understand how and love the way that works.
And the sky's the limit.
Well, and that's when we discovered, we tried making a gin liqueur, which was, I think, the first one in the market in Australia, and still to this day we're making that. I made a rob for my back with that one, look, it's been great. So yeah, gin was sort of secondary to the brewery and distillery.
Interesting.
It was really something just to showcase what we were doing. It obviously then grew because obviously it was timely, because we started with that, when that gin came out was, just before the gin boom started.
Great timing.
So the timing was fantastic, and that really helped us develop other skills and techniques and other products that we could actually sell while we were still waiting for whiskey, which is now obviously matured and out in the marketplace.
So how many types of single malts mostly, or rye whiskey?
No, single malt is the predominant one we do, but we have made rye whiskey, we have made corn whiskey,
right.
And we've made them predominantly to seasoned barrels that we could then put our own single malt making in.
Great.
Same with the rum we make. Again, we made these things with the idea of, well, we can if we put our own product in there, it's only our product's ever been in that barrel.
Oh,
and
that's
we can
really
go back
smart.
on top, and
Yes.
then, and what we've been able to do is then put beer back into those barrels, and then put whiskey back in, and so
Oh, wow, cool.
it sort of feedbacks over itself really nicely.
Interesting.
Mainly single malt whiskey though, but we've also done brandy.
And I saw a rum in your tasting room.
Yeah, rum. Like we started with rum, or it would have been. I think the first one we did was pre-pandemic, and it was a very messy exercise with all the molasses. So we used black stripe molasses from northern Queensland. I swore we'd never do it again because there was sticky stuff everywhere and it took us forever to clean. During the pandemic, however, we were sort of going, right, well, what else should we do? We should maybe revisit some of these things. So we revisited rum, and we worked out a much faster way of doing it in a much cleaner way, more importantly.
Good.
And so we've actually got quite a lot of rum aging up the back now alongside the whiskey.
Yes.
And the rye.
What's the average, coming back to the whiskey, how long do you mature yours for, generally speaking?
Minimum of 5 years now. In the early days it was younger, and so we still have some small format barrels that you don't want to leave in that long. But predominantly it's 5 and plus. We've decided not to put age statements on our releases, simply because I think historically there's been too much emphasis on age as a precursor to quality. When you are hand mashing and hand making the wash that we do here, and you're hand distilling, we're watching everything and tasting everything, and then our barrel selection is so vigorous. When you're doing all those things, age is only a part of the quality process. So it's still a difficult one, because obviously the Scottish have put age statements on everything for quite some time, and everyone likes to see an age statement. But we like to show people that you can actually have a quality spirit in under the
X years.
X years.
That's very interesting. That's so true.
Yeah.
And finally, your tasting room is beautiful. You've got a garden here. People can sit in and visit. Tell us about the experience when people come to visit.
Yeah. So look, we're a tasting room. So we're predominantly it's our product focus. People come in. We'll talk endlessly about what we do and how we do it and why we do it. We don't offer food, but the village has got
so many graduate cafes, gorgeous little spot.
So what we've found is having that focus on our product. People come in and really, when they're sitting in the garden or in the cellar door, really focused on the products that we've made, and I think walk away with a greater understanding of what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Yeah,
which is great.
Perfect. And of course, I can find you online.
Yep, online, just lochbrewery.com.au.
Following on socials, I'll put the links below when I put the loads clip.
And everything. We try and just give little insights to what we're doing in the production process, and what products are coming out. It's nice. You've got
quite a prolific range, because I just also noticed you've got pre-mixed cocktails and
yes, which I have to show you some of that. And we've also got our Satsuma Blood Plum liqueur, gin liqueur, which will be being made in the next week or so, I'd say. The plums in the distillery garden are almost ripe.
So we're talking now January 2025. So here's the scoop for you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, man. Great to see you.
Cheers, you too.